I'm your host. We only have 6 minutes. I want to run through here. I didn't get an opportunity to go through some things. I kind of got sidetracked. My apology. But I had some show prep notes. North Korea KO coming soon. Ambassador Haley and Secretary Mattis have made it clear as can be. Richie, you really think we can do something there militarily without bringing China and Russia into it, and actually the possibility of millions of deaths in South Korea? I mean,
well, what this bullet point is about is I'm sure you saw what happened at the UN yesterday, and also what Secretary Mattis has said, that there's always a military option. But with that said, I think they're trying to pursue a strategy of economic isolation to China, South Korea, Russia, to make it clear that there's other ways to make you come to our side here. But your thoughts in the last segment kind of blew up this talking point. But
that's your that's the way you see it. I just don't see. I see us being drawn in. That's what I see.
I think you're right. I mean, I think it's possibly a little bit of both, in that everybody's waiting to see what Trump will do next. And I think everybody in the world assumed it would be a Hillary Clinton presidency, and they knew how big of a war hawk she was, and that this was going to happen. That this was the plan all along, if you will, without getting too
to move her. DRACA, Dream Act, drama sessions coming out at 2:00 today to say you've got 6 months. We'll work more on immigration. I promise. I was going to say some things you don't like. Obviously, it's called The Reality. Who are you going to get to work, folks? You do this tax. So let me tell you something, okay? Every time I hear tax, a tax plan that will repatriate money, this is great, from around the world and bring the jobs back to this country. Who's going to do them, folks? Okay, who's going to do them? I'm sorry, just telling you, because we have generations. We can't get 100 jobs at the chicken plant filled, and you're going to bring jobs back. Who's going to do them, folks? Because I'm going to tell you something. If it requires a shovel or a saw or something like that, and a kid can't sit around, talk on this phone and click on a computer, that's another. We only got 3 minutes. The DREAM Act. What do you think, Richie? I'm reading your notes here. What do you think is going to end up happening with this in the next 6 months? And I hate to put that in 1 minute.
Well, some of the nuts and bolts of this, as far as the next 6 months go, politically, this is a little inside baseball, but I think Trump played it well. We talked about this Friday. I predicted, and I think you agreed, that Trump's going to send this to Congress, put the ball in their court, make them make a play, and try to box the Democrats in, because he's got all those Democratic senators that are up for re-election in 2018 that voted for Trump, that the way the political winds are blowing in some of these states, they're probably against DACA, and these Democrat senators are going to have to make a decision. I think a deal gets done.
I think Republicans. I think he kicked it back for 2018 for a reason. I think for 2018 for a reason, and let me tell you why. Because this falls right in. I was going to have Lee Snover on today. She is the chairman of the Northampton County Republican Party in Pennsylvania, up there in the Lehigh Valley. First time under her chairmanship of the Republican Party. First time that Northampton County. Over 80-some thousand voters there, or more than 80-some thousand voters, but first time Republican Party has won since 1988 under her chairmanship, and she's taking on, not running, but she's taking on directly Charlie Dent, the head of the Tuesday Group. And every time you watch TV, they'll say, let's get some Republican in here, and they find, John McCain and Charlie Dent.
Or Justin Amash.
Right. So Charlie Dent up there that has become a TV favorite, he is going to have to answer for DRCA. All right? So I think the president, he's a perfect example. Now forget Democrats right now. Republicans that are weak, okay? Now we'll have, in 6 months, we'll have a really great through the primary season, okay, issue to divide the Tuesday group and maybe get rid of some Tuesday group or some liberal Republicans for conservatives. Now, here's the thing that you got to watch for, and hopefully I can get her on the show this week. Here's the thing you got to watch for is, folks, you're going to have the Charlie Dents of the world, and then you're going to have an opponent. And then you're going to have the conservative that Charlie Dent puts up to split the vote. Watch this, folks. Watch the vote splitter. Okay? You're going to have in these races, these primary races, so they can get the moderate liberal Republicans back in. You're going to have your Republican primary challenger, and then watch a guy like Charlie Dent prop up the conservative, the so-called conservative candidate to split that vote so they can go back in. Go ahead, Richie.
I'm going to be getting into a lot of that tomorrow, actually, on when I fill in, and also tying that into DACA and the Democratic divide and how it's really become I versus O rather than R versus D. And
all I can tell you is the plate is full. The plate is full. It's full. Richie will be in for me tomorrow from 8 to 10. And again, I'll be back Thursday morning, and I want to thank you for being with us. Don't forget the new FYNTV.com. Going to be a lot of changes. You want to go there and check that out. And that's it. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8. Don't forget.